listening to I'm Telling You. You're listening to I'm Telling You.
Hey fam, welcome back to yet another amazing episode of I'm Telling You.
I'm telling you.
Dude, this is Philly D.
Mr. Gemini.
Clickety clack a fact checker, Miss JD.
Yeah, and as always, we want you to reach out to us, continue the conversation, chat us up, tell us how you're doing, start a conversation, any of that stuff. Movie quote the crap out of us, please. ITY
at directionsandmusic.org.
for all three of us.
And if you want to hit just me, you can get
Nobody just wants to hit
If you want to hit up Philly D and tell him how much he sucks,
by all means, PHILLY Philly D at directionsandmusic.org. Yeah, or you can hit up Gemini and tell him how awesome he is.
GEMINI at directionsandmusic.org.
Yeah, because he's totally a
Bleep
dope
Lord.
robot.
Bleep.
Lord, can you send somebody in to torch me? But first time listeners, this is a 30-year friendship of pretty much this.
who's counting?
Dude, I still got 7 more fingers.
You're old. I don't want to think about that.
So old.
So old.
Yeah.
She's just too old.
But yeah, we do movie quotes, dad jokes, and we talk about anything and everything. This is raw, organic, unedited. Give it to you
I think
raw.
saying nothing just kind of, it just diminishes.
But dude, a couple of nobody's talking about nothing, I think is appropriate, because if you were to do the flip of that, it's a couple of somebody's talking about everything.
I'm not building myself up. This is not about me.
This is not my office.
This is the spirit talking. I like that. This is the spirits. The spirit talking.
Dude, it's that too. It's tequila. Dude, it's
That's
in the
it.
house. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, because we were.
That will happen.
Well, I brought in tequila because we did have a guest tonight. However, our guest did not make it past green room. Unfortunately, but
Yeah, he went at it like straight into fifth gear, and
yeah, full throttle.
Yeah.
Pedal to the metal.
I think he started getting wall-eyed at the end there, and he had to just.
Dude, I think he got wall-eyed like 20 minutes in.
But that's why he had his designated driver.
Correct. Yeah, we are responsible here. Yeah. Oh, we are.
Right.
You know, hey, dude, because we always say, be good to yourself, be good to everyone else. We mean that, and we actually practice it. So we don't just talk it. You know, we don't talk the talk, we walk the walk. But then we talk about the walk. So we walk the talk that we talk.
We walk that we're talking while we're walking
Like Egyptians.
into the night.
Into the...
And then you put your arms around me.
I think we're alone now. No, we are not alone.
No one was.
There are many, many, many listening to us.
Are there really?
Dude, God, I hope so, because otherwise this is just really sad.
It doesn't have to be sad. If it's 5 people.
It's more than 5, bro. I guarantee it's more than 5 right now.
people, that's just killing me. Like, if there's 5 people just tuning in every week to listen to this, I love you.
Oh, but we love everybody, regardless of how often you listen
I'm
to
just saying, there's an extra.
Why are we playing favorites? What's that shit about?
It doesn't have to be about that.
Dude, I'm just saying, it feels like.
No, and I know where you're coming from, but at the same time,
I'm just saying, it feels like.
because
Say what you mean, man, what you say.
Lord knows my attention span can't hold on.
Say.
It has to be some good-ish, especially if there's, you know what I'm saying? Especially if there's no video.
At least love
But-
this shit.
The good thing about this is that you can listen while you do chores. It's perfect. You can multitask and still entertain yourself.
Is this Mr. Gemini's
don't-
PSA for the night?
You don't have to look at anything. It's just going to be scrolling pictures of us and whatever.
You could
the name
be
is.
doing chores. However,
Tiny Nat.
you could also listen to us while you do chores. Now you're not doing chores. You're listening to
Being
us.
productive.
And
you know?
you're doing the chores while you listen. So
You
now
can
you're
still
adding to
be
so you're not just
productive.
Multitasking. We're teaching you things.
do it. I mean, that is correct.
Ding, that is correct.
Oh my dear Lord.
I didn't
I don't know, dude. What happened? I blacked out. But Yeah,
that's
no,
where
we did have a good time in the green room. I brought tequila. We had some beers, but you know, our guest didn't make it. But we're gonna next time. Next time, Gadget. Next time,
you know,
we will get because dude, the conversation it was ridiculous.
I mean, these aren't 5% beers that we're drinking.
Well, I mean, he had sixers.
Okay, well,
You know what I mean? Like,
but they're tall too. You know,
16 ounces is not that tall.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying,
It's a freaking pound.
it's a pounder.
It's a pounder.
Yeah, I say that shit all the time. It's a tall boy. It's a pounder. It's the pounder can.
It's a tall boy.
Yeah, dude, tall boy, pounder can. Dude, because that's think about that.
Because the other ones, they look like pony cans now. You ever notice that? Like when you look at regular cans.
So here's the deal. When
I'm
I
so
go
used
out,
to seeing these that when I see regular cans, they look tiny.
When I go golfing and I can't have my beers with me that are 16s and I got to grab 12s, no.
Yeah, grab like 2 times as much.
Pretty much. Because you crack the first one, all of a sudden you're just like, what the hell?
It's gone.
You got to crack the second one just to finish it off.
Like
one of those
shit.
I opened it. I might as well
like
finish
one of those sodies you get on an airplane.
Well, yeah, but dude, think about this. By the time you do that, you finish the second one just out of, being responsible drinker. And you're just like, well, fuck, I've had 2. I might as well just have a third. And then it just keeps going. That's, dude, 12-ouncer cans is the whole problem for alcoholism. If we had larger dispensing.
You might just say no after 1.
But that's what I'm saying. 1 in your, dude, 16, you're good.
Because seriously,
you're like, holy shit, I had a pounder.
Like
I gotta sit down.
When you drink a Swords, man.
Dude, hey, that's why it is called liquid. It will cut you from a liquid standpoint. Dude, nap in a
Triple
can.
Swords, I don't even want to think about.
That's a double nap in a can. That's comatose. That's Will Ferrell. I just blacked out. What happened? What's high score mean?
That's like, yeah.
Is it bad? Did I break it?
If I can't afford to get good scotch, I just might pick up one of those.
Well, yeah, one.
That's like, yeah.
Literally.
I mean, wine is fine, but
dude, I mean,
that's pretty much be liquor.
So I always joke that just like regular swords is nap in a can, but dude, for real, like triple swords,
9.6, the ordinary.
Yeah, but dude, triple swords, I don't care really. You could be a rhino and you're going to take a nap off one of those things. 2 of them, you're definitely going down. I don't care who you are. Oh yeah. I don't think I heard too many stories other than like 1 or 2 casts that were just like, so I had like 4 or 5.
So I started
Might have been 6. It's probably more like 3, but hey.
On my second Mad Dog.
That's the 7th time Reese got arrested.
When you hear somebody say like, oh, when I cracked the second Mad Dog, it was over.
Dude, I don't really know people that cracked the first one. I don't hang out with those guys.
You don't usually hear from them after that.
Well,
I had like 2.5 one night and I was, everything was funny, yo.
But see, like, dude, when I was younger,
everything was funny. But the headache the next day.
When we were younger and we would get like 40s, dude, it was like, no, it was not. It was like Miller, Michelob, or it was Michelob, Budweiser, or Coors Light, actually, because we wouldn't get the golden. But still, when we would get 40s, dude, we would get 40. So it would be like a 40 for like 4 or 5 of us.
Did you ever play Edward 40 Hands?
No, because we only had 140 between 4 or 5 of us.
You heard of this?
We had to share that shit. You can't duct tape fucking nothing. Why you bogart my 40, punk?
Because you do realize if you play Edward 40 Hands, somebody has to help with the bathroom.
No.
That's part of it?
Rules are first person to finish without having to I got to go pee.
No, I never heard about that, but you have to figure it out. That's what I heard.
Hey, there ain't no figuring it out. You can't
you can pee. You can pee yourself.
That's exactly it. But also
that doesn't disqualify you as far as I know.
I think it's
last man standing as far as I know.
Dude, as far as I'm aware, it's first to finish as well as not peeing. I think them's the rules. I don't. Can we get wiki check?
I thought it was just a great way to get a girl at a party to help you out with your junk when you go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's just like ha ha ha. No.
That's what I thought.
It might be like a house rules situation where depending on whose house you're at depends on their rules.
You're not allowed to wear Depends. I know that's for sure.
Because I would say, look, if you can find a way to go to the bathroom without wetting yourself, by all means. I would say that should be. I don't know. Is that a rule? Is that a hard and fast thing?
Dude, from what I'm aware, it's you have to finish them before you because the victory of it is. Because I mean that's the thing. It's like you don't. Whoever can finish before you have to pee is a winner. But whoever does it first is obviously the king or the champ or whatever else. But no, Edward 40 Hands is like a battle against yourself. I mean, you can obviously wager against others and whatnot, but
Did you find rules?
Oh, of course there's fucking rules. Yeah, let's hear this shit. What's up?
Okay, basic and simple. It says your buddy duct tapes the 40-ounce bottles, to your hands. The rule is that you have to drink both of them before you can have them removed.
Well, yeah.
Going to the bathroom is impossible, which means you then have to hold it until you finish both. It does not say loopholes where you can get somebody to help you out.
Because I've heard of that. Where, an acquaintance I knew at one point talked to girl at the party and said, I'm like,
well, see, that's why I'm saying, I think from what I'm to understand.
How's that not cheating? Because you're like dating my girlfriend's friend.
What? I was just holding it. No. But that's what I'm saying. I want to say, what the true rules are is it's whoever is able to finish without having to pee. Or without having either you pee yourself or you know what I mean, but it's whoever can finish but bragging rights at that point for being.
So does that mean if you pee yourself you're disqualified?
Yeah, no, you just lose.
Or is it just that's it?
I mean, you still have to finish your fucking beers because you got to get them shits off.
Well, yeah, still finish the beers, but I'm saying say
but, now you're just
you're not willing to give up. I mean, is that the only thing, or I thought you just had to finish? You have to finish the beers before you can remove the duct tape. That's the main rule.
That's like
the duct tape can't come off.
Yeah, no, you got to drink them shits
until the beers are finished.
Yeah, of course.
In Urban Dictionary, it states that
are you allowed to pour out some for your homies?
You can't pee until you finish both beers.
See, I think that's what I'm saying. I think traditional rules are so as you
when someone would win, they would smash one once they finished it, and then they would urinate in the other, like as like a celebration because you finished and now you can finally pee.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Because I'd never heard that there was a rule about whether or not you could pee. You just got to keep your shit together.
Did I.
And that just becomes difficult because how do you not pee drinking 80 ounces of beer? But see, where is all that?
But that's what that's why I'm saying.
Well, the challenge is not peeing yourself.
I mean,
that's why I'm saying.
How many people couldn't do that with water?
Well, no shit, but that's the thing. So at this point, it becomes who can chug freaking 80 ounces of beer the fastest so that it hits your system before it hits your system. So that you can look, and I'm done. Undo. I gotta go.
Pee, and then you just pass out.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
oh my gosh. All right. It says University of Colorado in Boulder found to be the best way to be victorious in this game without fear of urinating yourself is to start the game with your penis already untucked out of your pants.
Yo, loophole, bitch.
And ladies opted into skirts without undergarments, and that was their loophole.
Yo, a lady playing Edward 40 Hands is probably pretty dope. That's a ballsy chick, I'm gonna say.
See, I want to watch that shit. I believe because I think the game just arose as it's just like, oh yeah, we're playing a game.
Yeah, fuck lingerie football where the chicks are wearing nothing or whatever, or bikini, whatever the fuck that's so degrading. But dude, Edward 40 Hands female league. Oh, I would watch that shit, dude. I would actually be like, yo, is that on? I would watch that shit live.
But for real, this dude was dating my girlfriend's friend, and.
Is she really going out with him?
Came back from a party saying that he did Edward 40 Hands, and I'm like, well, wait a minute.
Oh, whoa.
And he goes,
Jesse's girl. Sorry.
Because I asked him, I said, so how did you go to the bathroom? He goes, oh, well, I had a little help.
Donna.
I was like, what?
Oh, Donna.
I'm like, what do you mean you had help? He's like, I was this girl at the party. She was cool. She helped me out, and that was it. I was like, yeah, right. I mean, that's just a come on, right? I mean,
hey, could you help out? Can you help out a wounded guy over here? I ain't got no hands. If you can, just unzip. Just unzip. I'll do the rest.
I've been at plenty of parties where that would be just a common phrase, just for a hey, why not? If it works, it works.
I forgot to tape a spoon on here. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you could be like, that's just like, dude. That I can see that as like a Barney Stinson thing. He's like, I'm going out. Tape me up. He's just like, well, he's like, hey, could you help a guy out over here? Yeah, I got lost from my guys. We were on a whole walking thing with the Edward 40, and
I just realized that's a game you could actually play in Vegas on the streets?
Probably fucking New Orleans too.
Like you could play that right on the streets because you're allowed to walk down the street with an open beverage.
That's what it says. Same thing with like, fucking.
You just play Ed for 40 Hands in the streets. That'd be awesome.
Dude, you totally sounded like John Travolta just then. Did I?
With the grenades, is that what they're called? The drinks in New Orleans?
Well, that's like
hand grenades.
That's an actual name, I think. Like that's a specific drink.
Yeah, but imagine doing like with those, like, the cups, the huge cups.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
usually they have yards. They do the yards.
Like a half yard or something like
well, that's the thing is like typically you buy the first drink to get the yard and they fill it and then you just like, hey, fill us up, and it's like way cheaper.
Yeah.
So that's another reason too.
Refills and shit.
Yeah, can you fill me up? Yeah, top me off too.
It's like buying this special cup when you go to the Disney or something.
Yeah, right. Pretty much. I got this at Epcot. Oh, I'm sorry, that cup does not transfer.
It's like $20, but you get like unlimited refills.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's like your big gold cup or whatever. Or your 32.
Only Monday through Tuesday between 9 a.m. and 9:15 a.m. Sir.
What is
your free refills?
Yeah, right.
Is that Easton or Weston? No.
Can I get water?
That's Central Mountain Time.
Central Mountain Time. Oh, son of a bitch.
You get coffee anytime you want.
Well, see, dude, that was the thing is like back in the day, if you had your own cup, you could get a 32 ounce. It was $1.12 or whatever, or $1.06 or because it went up. It went from like 94 cents to fucking $1. $1 for tonic. But yeah, no, that's when I started using my own freaking cup because I was just like, dude, why am I paying $3.50 every morning? I'm paying $1.
Why you
give me a? So I started doing that shit. What?
Did you just edit yourself?
I do that sometimes. What had happened was, hey, size K, dude. I started. I mean, it happens.
So bro couldn't hang,
dude. I mean, I'm still here. I'm just saying.
He was cool though. Like, well, he'll be on again.
Well, see, that's the thing is because like the conversation like really started getting deep. Like we went from ayahuasca to civilization.
Well, the problem is we stopped.
Well, because I was trying to get us to this. I know I was trying to get us to this, and then the two of them started chatting, and
that's why I said we should cut it early, and we ended up going over. I mean, if we had cut that at 20 minutes and we were already in action, we probably would have gotten nearly an hour.
Oh, he would have finished. But that's what I'm saying. But then that's the thing is like, dude, Green Room like 20 minutes. That's such a tease?
Even a half hour. But we went an hour and 4 minutes before it was like, all right. And then we took like a 20-minute break, and that was running on, and he was just like, screw it. He was too in the bag at that point.
I mean, he did to himself though,
so I'm saying like we got 25, 30 minutes and cut it there. Just like, oh, this is really running. Let's go with this. And cut it there. But
shit happens.
I didn't make the suggestion at the right moment. That's the problem when you get into a conversation. Like I kept looking up. I was like, are we, but I don't know.
With our new setup, we don't get to see our counter, bro. So we got to check, which is nice because now you're less distracted.
I saw you trying to peep out for it too.
I know. I'm looking up at the screen, and like, I saw that you were noticing that you saw that I was looking at you, that you was looking at me while I was looking at you.
And is that what that was? I didn't know what the fuck that was.
I wasn't really looking at you. I was looking around the camera at the bottom of the screen to see if it was
I was just curious myself, so I never even.
But there's got to be a way you could just minimize it, just so you could see like the.
We don't minimize anything here. What do is true, bro. We build things up. Because I say this all the time, man. If your words aren't picking people up, they're probably putting them down. And that's not cool, bro. Don't be a douche.
We're not boxes. We don't pick things up just to put them back down.
Monkey's out of the cage. You can't put them back in the bottle.
I lift things up and put them down.
I pick things up and put them down.
I lift things up and put them down.
No, I pick things up and put them down.
Look at it again. He says lift.
Dude. Nice cookies. I look forward to tossing them. Anybody? Twins? Anybody? Yes. Yo, that's some new shit. What was Dude, when was the last time we quoted twins? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. I'm just saying.
I can't remember if I've ever quoted twins.
Dude, I love that one. That's because anytime somebody's like, "Oh, here I made you cookies," I was like, "Good, I look forward to tossing them," and they just like look at me. I was like, "Twins? Nobody fucking."
You guys are twins.
It's just you don't even look like cousins. Why? Don't look at me. It's tequila.
That's not the one the quotable one that I always remember with him in it though.
Was that what from Twins or
no? A different movie altogether is what I always remember him for.
It's not a tumor.
Exactly.
It's not.
Kindergarten Cop was
boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. That's great. I know this already.
What's the one where he pumps you up?
No, that's Saturday Night Live.
That was Hans and Franz.
Yeah, that's Kevin Nealon and Dana Carvey.
They were kids.
We are Hans and Franz, and we're here to pump you up. Yeah, that was. Well, dude, I fucking.
They were wearing like the puffed up. Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude, from me, only because of my age, coming out of the 70s into the 80s, and then 80s into the 90s with like Adam Sandler and all them cats. Dude, from the get-go up until then, Saturday Night Live was the dope shit. After that, like, dude, not to say that it's not good now, but
I don't watch it anymore.
Dude, it's not the same. For like 3 decades, it was different. It was obviously different decades. You can tell by the humor, but it was consistent. It was always just good, raw, honest. Edgy. Yeah, not even like provocative, edgy. It was just, like... But can't we laugh at this? It's like, oh, too soon? I mean, they were very too soon about shit.
They should bring back In Living Color.
Dude, tell me about it. But, it was almost like...
Or Mad TV.
It was like mainstream National Lampoon almost. It was like censored in a sense. It was just, hey, it's after midnight. We're good. Fuck it. But I don't know.
Oh, SCTV?
Dude, I found a rat in my beer, so you owe us like a case of beer? Because I found a rat in it, eh? Yeah, dude, the McKenzie brothers.
Oh, you're the winner.
I mean, dude, I want to say SCTV is...
Here's a coupon.
Well, because, like, all right, so me as a 6-year-old going to see Ghostbusters as my first movie in the theaters ever, right? Think about that. Freaking dude, you're talking Dan Aykroyd, right? Bill Murray. Freaking the cat from SCTV, the McKenzie brothers. What's his name? Dude, would you like some coffee? Would I like some coffee? Yes, have some. Yes, have some.
Honey,
I Shrunk the Kids. Rick Moranis.
Yes, Rick Moranis.
Yeah, and then not Ivan Reitman because he was the director. What's his name?
But the cast and the synergy and just all them being together is what like totally made that movie.
Well, correct, but I was also introduced to all of them. Like those were some of the first comedians
the first movie you went to see.
Yeah, that was my first movie-going theater experience. Because up until then, it was like catching weird stuff on the TV at 2 a.m, all scrambled out and shit because you're on channel 99 or whatever the hell it was, or you know what I mean? Like somehow or another
78 or something.
Yeah, I don't know, you know what I mean? But like still, it's like that stuff like bleeds through, and I'm getting like Eddie Murphy and like freaking Richard Pryor and all that kind of shit. But like, yeah, dude, my first movie going experience where it's just like, holy crap, mega cinema was not only, fucking the blob of a freaking, Slimer. Dude, that scared the shit out of me. I started crying. 6 years old, of course. Like, oh my God, he's gonna get me. Oh, it's just a movie. Like, dude, but introduced comedically to those cats, like huge freaking names, like, like dude, I've always, because then after that, the second movie I saw in the theater was freaking Spaceballs, Mel Brooks.
Nice.
Which instantly my mother was just like, oh, you enjoyed this? Do you Blazing Saddles? I'm like, I do now. So, here I am, freaking 8.5 years old, and I'm watching Mel Brooks's freaking Blazing Saddles, and I was just like, this man is a genius. Oh my God. Because I'm like 2 movies in a row. It's like anything he makes, I'm watching. Right. Yeah, dude. Yeah, but that's like right at the same time when John Hughes's productions were, being syndicated. Basically, they were played on standard TV. So I'm watching that stuff on like KTLA. I mean, this is literally my movie introduction, my comedic, satirical, psychological, intelligent, do all of it. And it's just, it's making fun of the stupid shit because who fucking cares? It's swearing up a storm because you know what? We have mastered the language. We can do what we want with it kind of shit.
You're a master linguist, what?
Yeah, fuck your couch kind of shit. But still, so that's, I think that's why I enjoy.
You masticate in public too?
All the time. I go all slow so they can enjoy it.
Public masticator.
Public mastication all the time. Matter of fact, I'm like, can I sit by the window?
I like to do group public mastication.
I mean, is there any other way? I didn't know you couldn't do that. You mean you can do it by yourself, really?
You can watch other tables while they watch you, and
that's half the fun. Just look them in the eyes and just. Yeah, those sounds are almost similar too. That's so gross. I'm saying in puppets, bro, that shit is hilarious. That joke translates so much harder.
Sounded like meatloaf and mashed potatoes.
I love me some meatloaf. Wait, what?
Dashboard light.
What? One headlight. Sorry, I can't.
No. I can't. Bro,
you don't even know.
That's like a trigger now.
I love tequila. It's like one of the most beautiful things in the world.
Scotch.
Down it goes into my belly. More.
I love tequila.
Dorothy Mantooth is a lady, I'll have you know.
I think your next shirts are going to be like, I love tequila and scotch.
Dude, I mean, behind, like, it took 6 years to like scotch. Like my dad was at me for literally 6 years to get me to like all of a sudden I was just like, you know what? It's actually pretty good. But yeah, no, tequila and scotch are like, and those are my jams.
Well, there's different types of scotch too.
Well,
just like there's different types of whiskey.
Tequila and whiskey and wines and champagnes and so there's different types of everything.
I mean, because you can make whiskey out of anything from barley to corn to.
Well, but that dictates the style of, because I mean there's like what they call bourbon whiskeys or whatever, because I mean I think that's what Jack Daniels is or whatever, right? Because
technically, what kind of barrel you put it in?
Well, I think it's technically a bourbon recipe, but brewed like you would, just a whiskey. It's just like alternate ingredients, and then you do the charred barrel on top, like you do an age to it, but it's a. So
that's what actually smooths it out. The longer it sits in that barrel.
Gosh, it's just good shit, dude. I'll be honest, man.
If you can be patient, let that stuff sit in the barrel.
If they don't, like, if I go somewhere and they don't have decent enough tequila, I'm just like, I'll take Jack. That's like my backup. Dude, hell yeah, dude. Jack's good, actually, man.
I always wanted to try distilling a batch of something and letting it sit for, in a charred barrel for like a year.
But one of your beers, or you mean actually produce something that you would be distilling in and up? Because I know you can distill a beer. The process
is similar, but like,
well, of course,
you would actually
boiling off the freaking,
Well, you would actually be mashing like you do with a beer, but you do it for a much longer period of time at a much lower temperature, and you'd actually let it begin to ferment in the container that it's in the boiler that you use.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you could kind of do it that way. I mean, anything that gets those sugars out, technically, but
I know what gets the sugar out. Well, I know what brings all the boys to the yard. That's for sure.
We're not talking about your milkshake,
dude. I tell you, dude, I use that question for a trivia one time. I was like, what brings all the boys to the yard? He was just like, my milkshake. And dude, no, dead serious. There's only like, I think 2 teams that wrote just milkshake.
It's my milkshake.
Everybody else just like, so technically it's my milkshake.
Yes.
And everyone was like, yeah. And I was like, 2 of you did not. I was like, however, still gave it to you. And they're like, yes. I was like, yeah, everybody got that one right. But I make those questions on occasion because it's like, dude, you could totally suck at trivia. However,
it is, because if you're
still going to get some of these questions right.
It's always my milkshake.
Well, dude, yeah, of course. Dude, I'm telling you.
I don't even have a milkshake.
I mean, I've seen your fries. I want to get some shake with that. Yeah, because usually it's shake and you want fry, but you don't.
Glad there's a table between us.
There is a table.
I'm so glad there's a table between us. At some point we need to put a basket though.
This is just going to slow me down. But can't nobody slow me down.
So wait, every scene that the puppets are in has to have a basket.
Got to keep on moving. What was that?
Every scene that the puppets are in has to have a basket in it somewhere.
Dude, I'm saying, at least with freaking Buffalo Bill.
Even if it's hard to find, like it's there.
Yeah, that's your Easter egg, right? They call it, or whatever the hell. You got to look for it, and there's the egg. I found it. Yeah, it was because same thing with like was it Seinfeld? Every scene had something with Superman in it. Either a shirt or a poster or a cup or a picture or a reference so every scene of Seinfeld had some form of Superman put into it.
Really?
Yep, dude, look at that shit up. Check it. Go ahead. Yeah. I put money on that. Yeah, no, dude, because that was a trivia question.
Hold on, I have your Tennessee whiskey facts for you before I switch screens.
Tennessee.
You're the only 10 I see.
Hey, really been real down and out.
Yo, we just do a remix.
Problems got me pessimistic.
Oh, that's enough. Just simmer down now.
So technically, Jack Daniels is a Tennessee whiskey bourbon. So the difference is that the only difference between whiskey and bourbon is that all bourbons are some sets of whiskeys, but whiskeys can only be in an oak barrel once, and it can't be used for anything else. It can only be used once in that barrel, one time only. Bourbons can use the barrel multiple times. So the first time it comes out, it's technically a whiskey, but the second time, if you use the barrel again, it could be classified as a bourbon. And the definition for bourbon means that it's made only in the United States. And Tennessee whiskey means that it was only made in Tennessee. So therefore, it qualifies as both a Tennessee whiskey and a bourbon.
Damn. Can somebody drop a mic?
I got bourbon in the case that they gave me.
Oh, man, that sounds dope, but
dude, no.
You don't even know, bro. Bro,
okay, what was your next fact?
What?
I don't know what it was.
You want me to look up?
Oh, I don't know.
Ayahuasca?
Why did you ask what?
What?
What
would you like to know specifically?
I don't know, dude. You were supposed to be keeping track of us. I don't know what we're doing. I've been drinking tequila. It's not what I do here.
Just tell me the name of the movie you'd like to see.
Press 5 now.
It was a trivia fact question.
Oh, Seinfeld and Superman.
Oh, yes.
Yo, I said there's
a Superman reference in every episode?
Yeah.
Of some sort.
Yeah. In every episode of Seinfeld, there was a Superman reference.
Like visual, verbal.
Correct. Yeah. Either they would say something about it. Somebody would be wearing a t-shirt or like a little pendant, or there'd be a picture in the background, or, the TV would be on and you'd hear an episode of Superman, or, you know what I mean? Like somehow or another, every episode had at least a reference to Superman. Actually, I think it was even like every scene or something like.
Really?
It was something ridiculous, dude.
Let's see.
Yeah. What do you got?
It says it's not true.
Aha.
So it says almost everybody knows that the comedian Jerry Seinfeld was this huge Superman fan, but the urban legend was that it sprung up in every episode with a reference of the Man in Steel. But in the must-see comedy juggernaut Seinfeld, which aired from 89 to 98, is not true.
Says who? Because I'm pretty sure I double checked my source on that. I was like, there's no way.
Maybe a number of them, but not all.
It says only 2 episodes are overly Superman themed.
That's no.
That's not what you're saying though. You're saying like tiny references, like.
Oh, yeah, dude. In every episode, they would either say something, somebody would be wearing a t-shirt. Dude, that was the big thing with Kramer, I think, is why he'd come flying into the room.
You have to look into this and tell me what you find out.
Dude, no, I'm saying
I just looked at 3 different sources, and 3 different sources say that the fact that he puts a reference in every episode is a false allegation.
What search?
It's a Mandela effect. That's what this one says.
Right? No shit. I'll tell you, fucking Ed McMahon had checks. This is no joke. Publisher Clearinghouse.
You have to do your own homework.
I did.
Paparazzi style.
Fuck that. I don't got a camera. What do I want a camera for?
Let's do this.
What's the camera going to do for me? I don't need nobody watching this.
Paparazzi style, like in the style of paparazzi.
That's like stalker.
Like you're not a Belgian quad. You're just a styled after a Belgian quad. Just saying.
I got nothing.
You got nothing.
I got nothing.
That's the thing.
My brain just like misfired. It like reset. You got to give me a minute.
Say something funny.
Funny. Something funny. Oh, sorry. That's the all
funny how.
That's all I got, dude. I was telling you
something funny.
Something. The system's down. Hold on.
Reboot? What?
Say if you'd like to reboot the system, press 5 now. No more like. See, that's how old my shit is.
Loading.
You're right, you pinwheel of death. Hold on. I'll be with you in a minute.
Brought you back to dial up.
No, dude, I never left. Never left. That's how old I'm, dude. My phone still flips open. Oh, I got myself on that one.
You got an AOL.
Oh my god.
You got the America Online.
America Online. Hey, you on that America Online? the what? I'm sorry. What was that? I don't. America Online. Merc what? I'm what?
America
Online. America Online. Come on, man. Well, I don't. It's like the French. Keep to live. It's a penis in your asshole. I don't think you're quite saying that correctly. That's not how you. Sorry. No, what?
You know.
Yeah, you know. A penis.
America.
In your asshole.
America. Online.
Online. America Online. You don't know that? No. Sorry.
You ever see America Online?
Online. Yeah, isn't that was that America's Funniest Home Videos? That was America Online. Pretty much, dude. That was the freaking TikTok back in the day. You had to wait for fucking prime time to watch that shit. You couldn't just sit there and flip through one after another. You just like shit.
Dude, life was different when you had to.
Is it Wednesday? Damn.
When you couldn't just watch your shows whenever you want. Dude. Life was so different when you had to be there when the show was actually airing to be able to watch it.
That's why all right, so after I got my first TV, my first purchase was I saved up all my money to buy a VCR because that's just about the time they like VCR. And they're like, granted, even though I was recording, it's still black and white. But dude, I sure as shit could record my shows.
Word. I mean,
dude.
Being able to record is awesome.
Dude, if I was chilling, like watching my Kung Fu Sunday morning and like when my cast rolled through, I'd be like, yo, we're going to go play baseball. Yo, we're going to go play soccer. Yo, we're going to be like, all right, yeah. Dude, fuck, pop in that tape and like, bloom, press record and like go out and do my thing. Come back later that day, watch my Kung Fu.
Anymore though, there's no venues that don't also have a presence online. So, you ever watch the news?
I was going to say, you ever seen America?
Online.
Damn. Yeah, dude, this is what we do here. I love that.
You ever look at the back of a $20 bill?
Oh,
Red team go. Red team go.
What's he doing back there? I don't know. Oh my god!
Look at me, he's in the bush.
Your bush. Is it Jon Stewart, right? Because I think that was his. That was one of his characters from Saturday Night Live. Wasn't he? He was like, you put your weed in it. Wasn't that him too?
No, I don't think that was him.
I feel like, dude, who was the put your weed in a guy on as Saturday Night Live? That's something I want to know.
Was that him?
I feel like. Well, because I mean, it sounded like, and it had that same kind of inflection and tone, and you know what I mean. So that's how my brains were calling it. Doesn't mean it's right, but I feel like
no.
Dude, she's just like making faces.
Is that what? In agreement with you?
Maybe, I don't know. Dude, sometimes I get that shit right.
I just see a head nodding. She could be listening to good music. Who knows?
Hey, do you come here often? Can you? America Flight 2, never saw. Dude, Dude, I did this is well because we can see her now. Yeah, we didn't preface this. We actually have equipment upgrade in the studio. We can now interact with Miss JD on a more less hasty media platform and better visual blah blah blah. Dude,
like what? I'm sorry, I can't see that. Never mind, forget it.
Yeah, no, dude. The experience is much better. What do you got?
So in the skit, it's David Spade and Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider is the one
there you go.
that says you put your weed in it.
There you go.
Yes.
That makes more sense. But still,
it was
dude,
like everything in this store. It was like, what is this? Everything opened up and had some kind of a secret chamber inside of it.
Yeah, like shaving cream.
And he would just grab anything. It was like, oh yeah, this was a ceremonial blah 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 from Eastern Africa, and it's like you put your weed in it.
Pops open.
Everything.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, you put your weed in it.
Yeah. Bodega. Say it with me. Bodega. That's what I'm saying. What is that? Is it high score? Is that bad? Did I break it? What happened? I blacked out.
I get the reference. It's all good. Because you're okay. How many fingers am I holding up?
17. Wait, what was the question? I don't know.
Your mother.
Dude, that is not a question. That is a statement. In fact, good sir. Dude, we went through like almost half that bottle, bro.
We didn't what?
I mean, you did. Dude, I'm pretty sure. Man, I don't know. Did he have more than one?
I didn't. Oh, geez.
I did pour his pretty big ones. I mean, did we celebrate?
Like, I just finished whatever was in there. I didn't add to it.
Well, yeah. I mean, still, bro. I mean,
oh my goodness.
Because we're celebrating, man. We're about to hit that 2-year mark, bro.
In some time from now, yeah.
Couple of weeks, man. Like literally, I think it's like a week.
Dude, this gnat has been.
Dude, ignore. Hey, I'm over here. So I was hey, Mina, up here. Yeah.
Nice, bro.
You don't even know, bro. Oh my god. That will happen. But yeah, no, dude, for real, like fucking 2 years, bro. Like 2 years.
Bro.
2 years, bro.
You don't even know.
2 years, bro. You don't even know, bro. 2 years. 2 years, bro. Well, dude, and JD's like hitting her freaking, she's on her 1 year right now, right? I feel like, yeah, because we
either this week or next week, I think.
Yeah, something like that. That's what I'm saying. I think it's this week or, but yeah, pretty much. Yeah, bro.
I forget if we started like a week or two before my birthday, but I had to take my birthday off last year.
Because I want to say we did 2 episodes and then you had to pop out and then.
So then that would be this week if it was 2 weeks before. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
word. Yo. Time keeps on slipping
into the future. I love how you like raised your hands
to the sea.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. Because now we can actually see her. We can interact on a much greater level.
Pantomime.
Hey, whoa! It's not that kind of party. I don't care what you're doing with your pants and Aunt Jemima. Oh my goodness, this is absurd.
So Seinfeld.
So what had happened was,
where were we?
So it's Mandela effect on your Seinfeld fact.
Yo, I believe that. I feel you. Like, but yo, because think about this. All right, we were talking about earlier resonating on a different frequency, and now all of a sudden the things that have always been around you, you now can perceive because you're on that frequency. Right?
Right.
So what if it's not technically, Mandela, air quote, Mandela effect? What if it's actually better described as you're just on an alternate timeline that is very similar to yours because you've now been resonating on a different frequency. So you on that different frequency doesn't even so much dude, it literally just moves your consciousness to that alternate reality.
You saying that reality of me didn't have a consciousness?
Well, but that's the thing is,
like, where does that consciousness go? Like, that's what I wonder. Like, when you talk about that, like,
maybe it doesn't go anywhere. We were talking
about that before. Like, if you find yourselves at a crossroads where you could make a decision for the betterment of yourself, for the betterment of the group or whatever.
Yeah, choose your ending storybook, right?
That those two branches of that decision, whether, you know, towards self-sacrifice or greed, you know, would determine two different outcomes, and that the idea is that you could actually be in a whole different multiverse,
right?
Just by that thought and that action alone.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, so you're asking where would the other one go? Well, I mean, in the true sense of yin and yang,
they both exist at the same time.
Well, not only that, but mathematically, you have to have balance. So as this consciousness on this level modifies to this frequency, well, then the other consciousness that was on an alternate, maybe that one goes down or that one goes up, and then the one below goes, you know what I mean? Like, because then maybe there's times where that's, you know, maybe like when we see people and they seem very void and just kind of empty and not there. Well, maybe it's because there's just nothing driving it. It's just a freaking machine walking around, basically. You know, what do they call it? A non-player character or an NPC? You know,
non-playable character?
Whatever the hell
you're referencing another human being as acting like an NPC?
Why not? Dude, think about it. There's so many times where you just like, you're out about and you just like, you know, literally see something happening and it just seems like somebody's on such an autopilot.
You telling me you just look at somebody and just go, dude, you're a red shirt?
Pretty much.
What about like Free Guy?
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Blue shirt guy is a whole different thing.
So what if he has a consciousness, like that's why all of a sudden he just wakes up one day and this is the world he lives in, because maybe he resonated on such a different frequency that he jumped that hard that everything is that, you know, or it was just close to that line where there was complete difference in the world because this is how it's represented, and all of a sudden it's just like,
well, he was.
What if he was like the homie, like he was in the middle? I don't know.
He was programmed with free will, and his choice made a different outcome.
But dude, that's what I'm saying though. Like
he chose not to be a part of a non-playable, whatever that means. Like he wanted to live his life.
Yeah, but I think in that movie though, it was he as an adult came to that realization because he somehow or another there was, you know, a glitch in the system and he winds up getting the glasses or whatever.
Right, but that's because that was the AI program that was hidden within his.
It was Neo in the Matrix.
He was.
It's the anomaly that is guaranteed to come out.
He was the ghost in the machine that was intentional.
Because you have to have it.
He was the ghost in the machine that was hidden by the original author, that was stolen. If that's was the whole purpose of the movie, I think that was. I don't know. The idea was stolen by this other game producer who put it in a whole different game series, which is the one that he was written into. Blue shirt guy.
I'm trying to recall. I don't know.
They had written it for this really like complicated, like, I don't know, like a first person shooter, but not really like a whatever, but they made it into like a corny, like open sandbox design.
Yeah, one of the designers did it like just as like a, you know, shits and giggles or something, wasn't it?
And it was basically poking fun of all those type of games.
Right. Well, I mean, I get the premise on, you know.
And it was pretty funny. I mean, I have to admit, I love the idea.
But I think it's the same as like the Matrix. I mean,
it still kind of goes right in line with that. That's why I think I loved it, because it was kind of it was really just a different side of that.
I think it paints a more relatable analogy where, you know, this generation.
Well, that's your video game analogy.
Well, agreed. But I think that's, you know, this generation being so like, you know, that's 23 seconds ago. Everything's so in your face and easy access that I think the idea of that computerization sounds more logical because that's just what they're used to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And even if it's not exactly like that, does it really matter?
Well, but that's what I always say. It doesn't matter what your belief system is. As long as you believe it, just go into it wholeheartedly with that positivity. This is where I'm going to go. This is where I'm at.
Well, as long as it doesn't involve like drinking Kool-Aid for a madman or, you know.
Hey, I mean, but maybe that's the path.
Mass murder. I don't think I agree with that. But
yeah, but maybe that's the path because
but hey, if it doesn't break my leg or pick my pocket, then.
But dude, think about this. What if you drink the Kool-Aid and you don't actually die and everybody else does? You know what I mean? Like, but that's what I'm saying. You can't be afraid to do anything. If life throws it at you,
you can bend the rules, but you cannot break them.
Dude, but that's what I'm saying is, what if, because I honestly believe as long as you stay focused on what it is you're supposed to be doing, whatever gets put in front of you that seems, you know, the most dangerous or difficult, or you know what? It doesn't matter. You can't see it as dangerous or difficult. You just have to see it as, this is where I'm going. If this is a part of the path, I got to walk it. You know what I mean?
You got to walk in?
Well, that too, because it's just so much more fun.
It's fast.
It's fast. And they saw it. That's crazy. Yeah, but no, like, yeah, bro. Just saying, you gotta enjoy what you're doing. You can't not think about the negatives, right? I get that, but you can focus on all the positives and the ability for things to be positives, even if most would see it as a negative.
Oh, like I was saying earlier, I mean, even if everything's going to S in your life, I mean, you can still appreciate the joy of living.
You should. I think when
at moments.
I think when you have a greater sense of appreciation for what you have, regardless of where you're at, you always will have a greater appreciation, which is beautiful. But on top of that, typically when you're in that mindset, you start to resonate on that level and you just become that much more abundant in what you have.
How much of this boils down to just know thyself?
I'll say how much of this just boils down to don't be a douche. All of it.
No, but know thyself.
Dude, I think that's the great point about the Matrix is because it uses the analogy of electronics and technology, but that it doesn't mean that it's literal.
Nosce ipsum? Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, I would ask her, but she doesn't pronounce it.
I think it was actually
she just like, wait here, it looks like this.
I think it was actually in the Matrix.
Yeah, it was above the kitchen in the Oracle's house in the
Nosce te ipsum or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the door frame above the Oracle's kitchen. That's what the Neo in the Matrix.
Better than Carpe Diem. Know thyself.
And to seize the day is, I mean, if you
seize the day in a way is good too, but
because my thing is, if you know yourself, you would want to take part in every moment as much as possible. You would want to squeeze out every little bit of amazing enjoyment. You know, you would really want to revel in every moment that you have.
I think about that again too. I mean, whatever God you believe in, God experiences life through us.
Or the universe.
We are.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, it doesn't matter what belief system you do or don't have.
And it's not about thinking like you're the center of the universe. That's no.
No, it's the sun.
Because well, no, because you think about it. You think about it. There is no center.
There is no spoon.
There is no center. Any point at in the universe is the center.
But dude, that's what I was talking about before. What if?
Think about that.
What if it's not the sun that's resonating?
I mean, think about that.
What if it's the moon is, you know what I mean? Because we were talking about going backwards. It's like, dude, just open your mind up to the idea that while our technology of today can't register what energy it's actually doing, so we don't see what it's doing. So, I mean, not to say that it isn't, but we can't also say that it is. So it's like.
So we were talking about plants. So in the plant kingdom, right, there's plants that can thrive in the sunlight during the day, they blossom. But there's these other group of plants that they pretty much lay dormant and collect energy and then wake up at night. These are the nocturnal or nightshade plants that kind of run off the moon cycles, right?
Yeah, that's what Oscar was talking about with the two parts of ayahuasca is that these plants are also known as moon plants because they're not thriving off of sunlight. They're thriving off of moonlight. Which, yeah, I mean, you also you made the point of, at that point, we're also talking about fungi. And it's like, yeah, we are.
Right.
So healing plants are nightshades are based within, well, I don't know if you can call them, because, I mean, tomatoes and stuff like that are nightshades, but they don't.
I thought about it like that, yeah.
And
actually, some of these things that are dangerous poisons have actually been used in small doses for, decongestants or something for a long time.
Dude, they used to prescribe cocaine for everything.
They did.
I'm just sorry to bring that up, but that's just,
They did. And for the most part, it didn't have too many drawbacks, but people just get addicted to stuff.
But dude, and you know what? This is when people talk about where people say, this is addictive. I think everything is addictive. I think it comes down to more of the personality of the individual, with the combination of nature and nurture. But it's,
that's what was written over the door. Timet Noske.
Why does that not sound familiar? Yes, I don't.
Knowledge of self is what that must mean.
Yeah, can we do translation?
It does say know thyself, but it means it has another reference. So it says it's translated as know thyself, and it was on the place card over the door.
So what's this other thing I was thinking of? Nosce te ipsum. I think that is a thing. Similar, maybe it's just another way to say it.
I don't speak Latin. Sanskrit. You're majoring in a 3,000-year-old dead language.
Get the
Latin. That's Greek.
That was PCU.
That's
Thank
Greek.
You. Which, there's fraternities in that movie, but
the Noce te ipsum, that's the Greek of know thyself.
Okay.
This is the Latin, the Timet Noce.
So it is the same thing, but not
smart.
Different languages, Latin and Greek.
It's a philosopher thing, Nosce te ipsum.
Like Socrates.
Which one was it?
Which one was what? Socrates?
Philosopher.
Philosophize?
Who coined, I think, using, I don't know.
Who coined, wait, what?
Wherever that came from.
Why are you saying what way?
You can't do that. Then I'm laughing.
Ain't nobody near nada like you near nada when you near nada.
It's inscribed in the temple of Apollo.
Isn't that where you go to be a comedian?
Apollo.
No, in ancient Greece.
Oh, that Apollo.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Doesn't he?
Sorry. What?
Carries the sun on a chariot.
Oh, hey.
Whatever, something like that. Oh, yeah. I guess we're getting near that time.
Dude, it's not near or adjacent. It is.
It is.
It just is. It just is. It is.
That depends on what your definition of is.
It's been fun, and unfortunately, we didn't have our guest on for the ITY part of this show. But
yeah, right. Stay tuned for another broadcast. Yeah, no, we will.
That just didn't happen, but it will.
We know now next time what to do. Just gotta babysit him a little bit. It's all good. Baby steps. Or maybe like get him to hang out with us for a whole day. No, we just have to corner him at his house. We'll go to his house. That'll work. We'll coerce him into strap him down. I don't know. Maybe he's gonna do that. I'm not here to judge. Jesus,
Bro.
You don't even know, bro.
Pull up.
This broadcast has been brought to you by tequila. I mean, that's true. That's true.
Remember, drink safely.
But anyways, we should, we gotta, wrap it up. Yo, wrap it up. No, we do need to wrap this
button
up.
for that.
There is, it's over there though.
Wrap it up, B.
Wrap it up. Yeah, but this is I'm Telling You. I'm Philly D.
I'm Mr. Gemini.
Clickety clack, effect check, Miss JD.
Yeah, and if you'd like, please reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. You can get all three of us at ITY at directionsandmusic.org, or individually, you can get
GEMINI at directionsandmusic.org,
or PHILLY at directionsandmusic.org. Yeah, and as always, fam, come back, check us out. But as we would always say, most importantly is to be good to yourself and be good to everyone else.
Much love.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.